Hi there, I'm Dirk Ducharme, and today I want to explain a bit about one of the display methods I use for my art. It's one that seems to attract the most attention. In fact, anytime anyone sees my work at an art show or at the studio, they immediately walk up to one of these pieces and they ask, is this metal? Is this glass? What is this? It looks so cool. Well, it isn't metal and it isn't glass, it's epoxy resin over a panel. And I use this method to select pieces because it displays so well. It gives my images, just a lot of depth, and it is really cool. So I thought a little explanation was in order. It starts out with this. This is an aluminum composite panel. It consists of a thin piece of black polyethylene plastic sandwiched in between two very thin pieces of aluminum. If we take a closer look at the edge, you can see what I mean. You see the shiny strip on top of that image, that's the aluminum, then the black plastic in the middle, and then another shiny strip on the bottom, looking right at the edge here, which is the bottom piece of the aluminum. What's so great about this material is that it's lightweight, it's very rigid, and it has a smooth white surface, like this, that's perfect for mounting my images on. The process is really simple. I cut my panel to just under the size of my image. I remove this backing, that's the bit with the blue stripe here, it's just a little plastic backing, and that exposes the smooth white surface. I then glue my image to the surface, trim off any excess, and I could actually leave it at this. I could frame it, I could put it on a floating mount or whatever, and sometimes I do just that. But for certain pieces, resin just makes the most sense. Now, to do that, I coat this with a product called art resin, which is a non-yellowing two-part resin that takes about 24 hours to cure. You can think of it as liquid plastic. When it's done curing, you have a pretty resilient, glossy surface that really makes an image pop. It looks like this. It's hard to appreciate this completely on video, but one of the unique things that happens is that the resin forms a little curve at the edge, which makes it look a little bit like a tile. The coating is about 1/8 of an inch thick. This looks a lot different than a metal print, which some of you may be familiar with. In this case, in a metal print, the image is mounted on the surface. Metal prints use a thermal process to bond the image to the surface of a piece of aluminum. And it looks great for a lot of images. I have a few images on that. I don't really use it all that much. Because the image in this method that I'm talking about here, the resin is behind 1/8 of an inch of clear material, you would think that it would look no different than if you mounted it behind a piece of glass. But it really doesn't look the same. It's a completely unique look and one that I get a lot of compliments about. So I hope that explanation helps. If you have any questions about anything related to my art, you can email me at dirk@dirkducharme.com, and be sure to friend me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/dirk.ducharme, and I will keep you informed of any new artwork that comes out. Thanks a lot.